So for today's card, I'm using the 6x6 pop-up bouquet set. So I've already gone ahead and cut everything. So I've cut the main plate here, and then I've cut 4 of this plate here. These ones here, if you want to have like flowers, you could cut these in like green for stems or in acetate. It depends how high you want things to pop out. I'm probably not going to need to use them because these are all pretty long, so I'll just be able to add some glue to the bottoms here and you know, and stick them in. But if you imagine, you know, it was just something like this, then they would be, you know, the part to attach them. So I've used a 300 GSM cardstock for those ones, and I've already gone over the score lines. I always like to go back over them in my scoreboard. So just line them up with a track and just go back over those again. I haven't done these. I only need to do 3. This one I'll be snipping off the bottom, and that goes on the back. So I'm just gonna again find a track. Oh, I think I did do them actually. Oh yes, no, I did do those. Okay, got myself a 6x6 card blank here, and then these are papers from the paper pad. You got loads of different designs there, but this one matched best with the makeup bag here. So I'm going to have, yeah, I think so. Or do I want it the other way? So then you can see all of the bits popping out a bit better. Maybe I'll have it that way instead, and then I'll cut another piece to pop the sentiment or something there. We'll see. I think I'm going to do it that way, and then I've cut another piece to go on the front. So these are all 5 3/4 squared. So stick all of those down first. So I've stuck them all down, and I've also embossed these pieces with the Ditsy print embossing folder. I've used this one a few times with this new collection. I just think it works really well. And also because the card I've used here, it's a white core, so when you emboss it, it creates this cool effect. And this is the Glitz Glam colour match. So although it's under the Creative Craft product brand, it does coordinate with this collection. Next, we want to take this one here, and you want to fold all the main score lines so they're all mounting folds, okay? And then all of these in here, just fold them down as well so they're mounting folds. Now what I like to do with these ones is just take a ruler, and imagine that one's flat. Line the ruler up with the score line and then fold that up towards you. And it's a lot easier to do it that way than the other way. And because it's quite a delicate area there, it becomes really strong in a minute once we reinforce it, but I recommend doing it like that first. And then with these ones, just fold and burnish 3 of them, so they're like this. And then on the 4th one, you just want to snip that tab end off, like so. Okay, so position this so these are all away from you, okay, and just fold them down for a minute. Take one of these, you want the fold like this, and you're going to butt it up to the bottom one here. Make sure it's all lined up here, and you're going to fold that down like so. So I'm going to use the quick grab glue for this. I'm going to add the glue, first of all along that one there, and then just keep that butted right up and fold that down. And then take another one, and you're going to butt this one up under the second one, and then that's going to fold down like so. So again, add your glue. And then again, the last one. Okay, so you should have all these pieces sticking up. It should look something like this. Now when you bring these down, okay, and this around, they're all going to attach in a minute to the bottom here. So you can see we've got our 3 sections, and because we're going to stick it like that, when you look in this way, you can't see any joins because the joins are all on this side, so it's facing away from you. So what you want to do now is fold these all down this way. So you've got all this part and that small tab on your left. All of these are on your right, and you're going to add your glue down all 3 at the same time, like so. and then fold that right over, keeping everything lined up. Should all be concealed inside. So you should have the last big panel and then that small panel here on your right. Just give that a minute for them to completely dry. Okay, and now when you bring that all up, you've got your pop-up box. Just kind of pinch those bits again so it's all nice and neat. And now with this piece, you're going to stick it inside. So the whole thing, look, when you're looking at the front, is really neat. You don't see any joins. So I'm just going to open that one out and add my glue. Like so. And then again, just open that out. I mean, you don't have to add this last panel. You can just stick this straight onto there, but I do think it looks quite nice. Plus it keeps it then as like a little standalone box. So if you do want to have this as the card itself and not attach it inside another card, then you can do. Again, I'm just going to fold. And if you kind of fold it down like so, and then fold that one over. There we go. Now you can add your glue all on that and stick it into here. Okay, so now I'm going to add my glue all over here and then also all on the bottom here. And then just make sure you've got it in the middle, right up onto that score line. So I'm just checking the sides here that I've got it equally spaced. And then just fold the card down. And you can just get a ruler and just go in, make sure that's all secure. So in the ephemera pack, this one here, you get 2 makeup bags. So I've taken the pink one and I've just cut, using my cutting knife, just along that pocket there. And then you can just have some things kind of popped in there. And I've worked out that this will sit perfectly on here. And when you close it, will be hidden inside. Okay, so I'm going to, I think I'm going to just pop the glasses in first. So I'm going to have them about something like that. So I'm just going to add a little glue underneath there, and then I'm going to add glue just onto the front here. I'm not going to cover the whole thing, just kind of the top part there. That'll be enough. And then just sit that over the top. Again, fold the card. So it's actually going to be like that. And then when it opens, it's going to show the pop-up bag there. So now I'm going to start adding all these bits in. And all you need to do is add a little glue at the bottom here and then stick them in. This one here, so I want it going towards the front. Just pop your finger in and then use that to push against to stick it down. And then obviously the same there, you can see. So you're always adding your glue onto the front of the image. So that's everything stuck down on the bag. I love it. I think it looks really cool. You just, every time you stick something in there, just close it. Make sure nothing's going to stick out the top. It's only really the front section where you need to keep them lower, or not much higher than the whatever you have at the very front, and then just work your way up. The front is I kept it pretty basic. I'm going to add some sequins onto this in a moment because these style cards are intended to be displayed open, so it does stand up really nicely. And then what I've done is I've cut this piece here, which is 5 3/4 by 1 inch. That's going to go along the bottom. I'm going to have the With Love, which is from the Topper Sheets, the little watch, and then what I've done with the necklace is I've just snipped it there, and I'm going to pop pop it underneath. So, oh, I guess I didn't have to snip it. You could just thread it through. Either way, you know, it doesn't matter. But I thought it looked quite good, kind of wrapped around that sentiment there. So I'm going to stick that down, add some sequins, and then I'll show you when it's finished. So I've just added some sequins on the front there for a little bit of sparkle, and then inside you have that lovely pop-up makeup bag. I think it's such a fun card. And then the sentiment there. I love the silver lips as well that catch the light. I could add some more sequins on the back maybe as well. You might see them in the photos that I share. And then, like I said, on the back you've got all your space to write your message. I've got box envelopes for these. I mean, there is dimension. It would still go through the UK post, but I know in some parts of the world you have to, if you know, they go through runners. So for that reason, I would pop it in one of the box envelopes. And like I said, I'll share those ones up here. So thank you as always for watching today. I'll share some other pop-up bouquet cards now, so they'll be linked here if you want to go and watch one of those next. All of the product that I've used will be linked in the description box below the video. If you've enjoyed today, give me a thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any future tutorials. See you all again soon. Bye.